YouTuber named The Fighting Cowboy. Now, this isn't the first time he has crashed out, but I heard he crashed out recently, and I guess it's around Assassin's Creed, the new one. Now, I do know that there has been toxicity on both sides of this game. It's been a bad mamma jamma, and from what I can tell on the actual gameplay itself is exactly why I didn't want to get the game. It seems bloated, it seems boring, and I would rather just play Ghost of Tsushima. That's how it's breaking down for me. There's no other reason that I don't want to play it. It's not because of Yasuke, it's not because of this, it's not because they said it was historically accurate, but I do understand the criticisms of both sides. I really do. I see how you got one side over here saying like this is cringe, this is dumb, they said it was historically accurate and then filled it with historical inaccuracies. You even have Japan over there like, why are you destroying our shrines, bro? And then you have the other side that just is like, all they see is people like Grums and just assume he's racist. So we don't want to be on the same side as the racists, right? So those guys suck, and I get it, and so I think that there's some credit to both sides. Now, the people that automatically assumed that the game was gonna suck because like it had Yasuke in it, idiots, right? I'm sorry. And if that hurts your feelings, my bad, bro. You should have assumed it was gonna suck because it was made by Ubisoft. Should have been your first thing. Now, I know at this point everybody's a little sick of hearing about this game in general, but I also want to say to those people out here who are defending the game just because people like Grums and some of those like right-wing grifter types on the internet were going against this game, I want you to know you're just as dumb as the people who were calling the game woke just for having a black character. Right? Because there's extremes on both sides, right? And if you're just gonna go defend a game with insane predatory microtransactions, right? The same people who called out Dragon's Dogma and stuff for their terrible microtransactions are out here supporting Assassin's Creed Shadows because why? Oh, well, the right hates it, so we gotta love it. That's dumb, and I think that you need to have a little bit more critical thinking than that. And the people that just saw a black character and said, oh, well, it's woke, black character in Japan, so it's woke, you're kind of cringe too. But the people that were like, yeah, dude, I just wanted a good Assassin's Creed game in Japan, and they really aren't going back to the roots of Assassin's Creed after they said they were going to, and then the media is kind of like pushing it to be the rebirth of Assassin's Creed. It's kind of cringe. I get you. I understand you. The people that were like, I just wanted another game like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but in Japan, and I got that game. Cool. I'm happy for you. I think that there is somewhere in the middle here, there is some interesting dialogue that could be had about this game, but you got Spurgs over on both sides just screeching at each other. But I don't really know what happened with Fighting Cowboy here. I saw this video pop up, and it just had a picture of Fighting Cowboy. I used to watch his stuff to help me get through Demon Souls, and I want to see what's going on. By the way, I don't like this intro. I don't like having the Netflix. I don't know what's going on here. Like, if you use your logo, if you would have had his logo with the Netflix thing and then popped into him, that would have made more sense. I have no idea what this is.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jeremy Wormy. I'm coming at you with another video, and we have yet another Ubisoft shill, video game consumer individual having a massive crash out and deciding to act like a big tough guy while going around on a massive blocking spree. And I take you over to today's contender, the Fighting Cowboy. More like
Alright, wait. Did he just call him like a soy boy? Hold on.
consumer individual having a What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jeremy Wormy. I'm coming at you with another video, and we have yet another Ubisoft shill, video game consumer individual having a massive crash out and deciding to act like a big tough guy while going around on a massive blocking spree. And I take you over to today's
dude, he said chill. I thought he said soy. I don't know why I thought he said soy boy. I don't know. I think I just heard blocking spree, and that's usually the phrase that comes by on Soy Boy. I don't know, dude. I don't know. This is just a lot of buzzwords getting thrown at you really, really fast. Like, really, really fast. Here's the thing. Again, I kind of laid it out that if I don't know if Fighting Cowboy's out here just like straight up saying to get this game. I haven't seen his Twitter or anything saying, oh, you like all these people hating on Assassin's Creed. Well, look at the graphics. Oh, go woke, bro. Oh, it's 2 million players. like obviously the game's not like doing well in regards to what Ubisoft wanted. I mean, Ubisoft hasn't really had anything that's been going well enough to keep them really from drowning. They have been a drowning company for a long time. They need to make some hard course corrections. I think they recently just got like massively, a lot of their IPs and stuff got like a massive chunk of them got bought off by Tencent. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing massive layoffs and a big change and shakeup in the company. And here's the thing, right? Like I just don't think that like, oh, coming in like all with all these buzzwords, it really does anything. It's just you're automatically making him the villain, right? You're making him the villain. You're putting him in this position of, hey, look, my audience, this guy's the bad guy. He doesn't think the exact same way as me. He bought the bad Black Samurai game, and that's not the discourse. So, like, why have you played it? How did you like it? What were your thoughts on it? Because if you came out and said, okay, these are my problems, this is where I have issues. Like, just coming out and just like instantly clowning on this guy without giving any pretext, I think is just kind of a waste of space. Now, I don't know this guy at all, so he might be cool. I just didn't like the way this started.
Tender, the fighting cowboy, more like the fighting soy boy, because this man is,
bro. How the fuck, dude? I got the vibes, bro. I got the fucking vibes, dog. Dude, I fucking got it, bro. Oh my god, I fucking called it. Dude, I thought he said it. He threw so many fucking buzzwords at me, bro. I thought this motherfucking retard said it, dog. I thought he fucking said it, dude. Now, here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing, dude. Just because somebody likes the fucking, like, the cringy, preachy game doesn't make him a fucking soy boy, dog. Like, he might be a soy boy at the end of this or whatever. I just don't really like soy boy. It's like incel, dude. It does nothing. It's thrown around like a fucking wet cum rag in the wind, dude. It's just kind of like flapped on people's faces unceremoniously, and you're just covered in sticky gel. It's just such a bad, like, boring. It means nothing. It has no impact anymore. It's fucking cringe, dog. Because, like, it's like when people, like, watch me and I'm making fun of a left-wing guy. I'm making fun of a left-wing guy, and they're like, oh, look at this fucking incel. It's like, okay, dude, you really fucking got me. Or I make fun of right-wing guy, and they're like, oh, look at this fucking soy boy. Yeah, dude, real fucking original insult. Well, let me get done fucking my dinosaur so I can come back with a comeback.
One of the most beta individuals I've ever had the
fucking beta. All right.
Pleasure of meeting and displeasure of actually listening to. Now, for context on who Fighting Cowboy is, he's actually like a decent sized YouTuber, streamer, individual like that. Like, he has a 1.47 million subs channel over here. Like, he's not a nobody. He's somebody that actually, I guess, gets a lot of views and attention, even though I've never actually heard of him.
He has good videos. At least when I've messed with his Dark Souls videos, like his Dark Souls walkthroughs, they're pretty good. Like, honestly, I don't know anything about his politics, and I'm kind of coming through as a bias as the fact that he helped me get through a lot of bullshit in Demon Souls. It's probably my least favorite of the Souls series, but it's a good game, just not my favorite. But he helped me get through a lot of those. I find his videos pretty entertaining, pretty interesting. I mean, I fucking love wearing my cowboy hat and like, when I don't really rope anymore, but like I know how to run a lasso. I know how to run a lasso, dog. I can fucking rope a bitch and then pull her in. You know what I mean? Like, get that little cow, dog. But like, I like his icon. I thought he had some pretty interesting content sometimes. I don't know his fucking crash outs other than a lot of people attacked him for being positive of Dragon's Dogma, and it seems like whenever he touches the controversial game, bro, he has a crash out. That's just all I know in terms of his like public crash outs.
But this actually more centers around a stream he had relatively last Thursday, if not Friday, in which he had a massive crash out. And we'll just listen to like the first little bit of this crash out, because you don't need to hear too much about this particular guy. Now, just for a little bit more context, this 100% is a consume kind of individual. Consume product, move on to next product, don't think too much about it, don't interact too much with it. That's all it is. But here's what he had to say with the actual video game and some of the controversy going on with Assassin's Creed Shadows.
I don't give a fuck what your opinion is of this game. I don't care. Your opinion is worthless to me. The quality of health of my morning shit had a bigger impact on my thought process today than you being upset that there's a black guy in Assassin's Creed.
That's pretty much all we really need there. And you can already see where
all right, if we're only playing that much, bro, I need to find the actual clip. I need to find the actual clip here, because like this is like, if you're only gonna play like fucking just to that, like again, if we're just playing that, he looks like an asshole because because I already hate when people do that. I hate when people like take the entire discourse around Assassin's Creed Shadows, all the issues you could possibly fucking have, and then boil it down to you're fucking racist. I hate that. I do. I think it's some mental midget energy. I think there's no critical thinking behind that, because not everybody that had discourse about the game were because of Yasuke. Yasuke definitely was a thing where it was like, oh, when they talked about how they wanted to be more historically accurate. This is one of the few characters in Assassin's Creed, maybe if not the only one, that's named after a historical figure, and they're not actually being historically, like, it's not really going after like going through his historical relevance at all. They don't really I mean, Yasuke had, here's the thing, Yasuke's entire story, and I don't want to be a dick or anything, I think it's fine that they put him in the game. I think they should have just came out and said, yeah, we're doing Yasuke for this main character. As you know, Assassin's Creed has never been the historically accurate games. We kind of mess around in different time periods of history, and we thought it'd be cool to shine a light on a character, even though, or on a historical figure, even though they didn't have the biggest historical impact. I think that would have been a better way to go about it, instead of just being like, we're doing historical accuracy over here, look at us fucking virtue signaling. Like, they virtue signaled too close to the sun. That's what happened there. But if they would have just been like, fucking who cares, let's do this thing and whatever, because like the actual story of Yasuke is kind of fucking racist, dog. I mean, like, if we're gonna be 100% real, now I think I might be wrong on I think it was a Spaniard, right? I think it was a Spaniard with a black slave. Goes over to Japan and meets Obunagu. Obunagu, and again, I might be pronouncing this shit wrong. I am not a Japanese. So he meets Obunagu. Obunagu's like fucking trying to like have his servants like rub down Yasuke to try to see if like he's dirty or some shit. Finds out, oh shit, this dude's skin's just fucking black, dog. And then's like, yo, can I take this guy take over this guy for a while? I need to fucking show my homies this fucking species. Now, again, this sounds really racist and shit, because it fucking was, because it's feudal Japan era. There was still slavery and shit. It was still really fucking racist. Don't get mad at me for history being fucking racist. And so he goes around Japan talking to these other fucking lords and shit, and he's like, look, black man, check it out, there's a black guy. And then, like, he fucking carried weapons and shit for Obunagu, which means that technically the weapon carriers were samurai. They just weren't the battling samurai. So he technically kind of was a samurai, but he wasn't like the samurai that we have ingrained in our mind, where he's out there fucking cutting dicks and slicing clits, you know. He was just kind of like your fucking towel boy. But that sounds fucked up. He's the water boy, but that sounds fucked up. But that's just the story. Like, and that would have been interesting for a game. I understand why they went this way. I just don't understand why they came out and were just being fucking dipshits trying to virtue signal about historical accuracy and shit just to try to get a couple fucking brownie points from progressives. But let's find this fucking fighting cowboy crash out. I'm trying to find like the whole clip here, and it's just fucking insufferable to try to find crash outs anymore. Lashes out at his friends. Are you fucking kidding me? This is we're gonna play this and I'm gonna find it.
He's getting at. He's apparently raging out at some person within his chat, maybe a handful of people. I don't know why he's crashing out this hard about this particular game, especially when we come over here and we end up seeing that he frankly isn't even that interested in the game itself. So why have this massive crash out about it and why freak out about it so much? Well, this ended up causing a bit of controversy for him and a bit of issues with it, in which he would later on do yet another live stream discussing the situation. And again, I don't have to go over this. whole 30-minute video just to give you the context of what he particularly thinks about the controversy surrounding Assassin's Creed Shadows and his thoughts on a lot of the people discussing the current Shadows situation, in which, well, we just had to jump 2 minutes in, and he had this to say.
Type the slur of your choice into that search bar, and you will see what I'm talking about. So, in that moment, we were playing the game, and we weren't even playing yet. We were basically in like the opening cutscene, and we had people that were upset specifically about the existence of a black guy in a Japanese setting.
Yeah, that's definitely where this is going, guys. He's just going to straw man the arguments. I'm going to continue letting him go, but I'm willing to bet that that's not what was going on there. And he's just deciding to crash out and continue to double down and triple down on his take instead of actually engaging with the overall conversation. But let's see what he had to say.
This had nothing to do with Ubisoft's microtransactions, had nothing to do with optimization, had nothing to do with the setting. It was simply...
Wait a minute. But wouldn't it actually have something to do with the setting if it's utilizing a black man in feudal Japan? Doesn't matter if Yasuke was there or not. Wouldn't that actually cause an issue with the setting? Because wouldn't people actually want to go around playing as an actual like Japanese samurai turned ninja into an assassin, something like that, like an actual Japanese character, not just Naoe, but maybe an actual Japanese individual, maybe just focus the game on Naoe? Wouldn't that actually be a part of the setting issue? No, because we're just mad about black man.
Black dude in a Japanese game. And we called that out. We said, get the fuck out. If you don't like it here, fucking leave. Everyone is tired of...
Which, like, if this is like the thing, like, if I can't find the crash out. I mean, I found some different things over here that are kind of close, but I don't want to like fucking... I want the whole clip. I don't even know if he links the clip. He doesn't even do the due diligence of linking the fucking clip, which is irritating as shit. Like, I hate this. I hate this when you take the smallest portion of the argument and then it's like you don't put the entire context. So now, like, he's talking about, like, get the fuck out of here. And if that's what he said, that's fair fucking enough. You don't have... If you go to somebody's stream, right? If you go to somebody's stream and you see they're playing a game and then you're like, I'm just gonna be mad that they're playing this game because I don't fucking like this game... Get the fuck out of here, dude. You have this. You're bringing in the same energy as those fucking Spurgs that got mad that people were playing the Hogwarts Legacy game. You are now becoming them, and I don't think that that's the type of energy you should be pulling into the fucking world. Like, it's just cringe and shit. I want to find like somebody who actually I want to just find the clip, dude. Oh, here we go. Let's try this guy. Let's try this guy real quick. Well, let's see if he shows the actual clip and doesn't just fucking, like, all right, here we go.
Smash's stream, we were chatting, and then...
let's see.
I wasn't blocked. I went on Smash's stream, we were chatting, and then he brought this up. I'm like, oh, gee, fighting cowboy.
I bet you are.
I bet you are.
I'm not doing this fucking argument. Every goddamn game these days. Oh, it's woke. Oh, there's a black guy. Oh,
he's
there's
so
a trans
mad.
person. Shut the fuck up. Either play the game or go the fuck outside, bro. It's not that hard. God damn. I've been on this earth 37 fucking years. When I was a kid, guess what? If a game came out and I didn't want to get involved with it, I didn't fucking play with it. I didn't go on the internet and cry like an entitled little child. Wah, 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 wah. The game doesn't have stuff that I want.
But to be fair, when he was a kid, there was no internet. Okay, there wasn't any.
So shut the fuck up and leave, bro. Are you that much of a fucking loser that you're seeking out streams of a game you don't like just to be like, wah, I don't like this. There's a black guy. Shut the fuck up. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
You're right.
That's all. This is the only rant. I'm getting this shit out of the way.
Yo, what up? Say what now? What up, my dude? Welcome to chat.
Now, stop. Because any comment, any fucking comment, I'm just gonna ban you.
Any comment, you're gone.
Nah.
I'm just
and
gonna
you don't have
fucking
to.
ban
You don't
I
have to
care.
read it. Like I've had.
Okay, here's the thing. All right, now we got more context. Now, I'm actually going to actually discuss what he fucking said. Taking the thing about the just bottling, he did straw man the argument to turn it down to just the baseline bullshit of, oh, you're mad because there's a black guy and a samurai. Another thing is acting like people can't voice their concerns on the internet is bullshit. That's bullshit. If you have a problem with something, you should be able to voice it. I agree with that 100%. I think that is super important, that if you should be able to let your opinion be heard. Now, people can come in and then type in your chat, you're a fucking douchebag, you got a fucking small wiener, and I'd be like, yeah, dude, it's because of my high intellect, and then they just get mad at me. Who fucking cares, dog? And here's the thing, too, like, if you're hunting down people, like I said, and just getting mad at them because they're playing a game, that's some no-life fucking behavior. But also, I think that these people, that, like, a lot of these people who came in that were, like, willing to, like, fully fucking riding the dick of this game, full fucking defense force of it, because of the fact that they just bottled down every argument against it, with the help of the media, because that's definitely what the fucking IGN and Kotaku and Polygon were doing, is they were taking the argument from rational all the way down to its racism. And when you turn it into that, you then polarize both sides. The one side gets polarized because they don't want to be lumped in with a bunch of fucking racists. The side that has rational criticisms gets lumped in with the fucking spurgs over there, the people like fucking Grums who get mad over fucking everything. They're like, oh no, my Stellar Blade doesn't have the right fucking nipple press. And it's like, dude, Stellar Blade was already win. Are we really fucking doing this right now? And you get lumped in with, like, the crazies. It's like, everybody's just David Jaffe or fucking Grums anymore. And it drives me fucking nuts, because that's what the media wants us to be. That's what these people like this, discount fucking, I don't know, discount fucking quartering I'm watching right now. The discount quartering over here is taking this guy and boiling him down just to look at my fucking soy boy enemy, and not giving him props on some of his argument. Now, I think he strawmans a fuckload. I think he is having a crash out. He's letting the internet discourse get to him because he's been running the defense force for the game, probably. I don't 100% know, but if he's one of these people, like, there's one guy on Twitter who was doing it really bad, and I actually really enjoyed the guy until he started getting into the culture war. Synth Potato on Twitter. His name's Synth Potato, and I used to enjoy his content okay on Twitter. I used to think he actually had meaningful gaming thoughts that he would put out there, and then he got into the, oh, I hate the anti-woke guys, so I'm gonna fucking, anything that they're against, I'm gonna be for, and I'm gonna take the most radical views of them, and then lump it onto people that have, like, any criticism on modern writing. For example, most people that had criticisms of, like, Assassin's Creed and stuff thought that, like, Kingdom Come Deliverance was an awesome game, let you choose your path, let you do your thing, was not the same as a game like Dragon Age the Veilguard. But there was a couple fucking spurgs out there, like Melanie Mac, your fucking Grums. They're like, oh no, if you go through 87 hoops, you can kiss a guy in Kingdom Come Deliverance, the game is woke. And it's like, those people are fucking retarded. Those people are absolutely fucking retarded, and they should be made fun of. They should be bullied. But the same people over here defending all this shit, like pretending Yasuke was more than he was, pretending that there isn't problems with microtransactions, there isn't problems with Ubisoft's game design element that hasn't changed in, like, forever, their combat design element that hasn't changed in forever, and the fact that the Assassin's Creed is a shell of what it used to be. These are actual criticisms. These are criticisms I had even before the game was announced. I already had an Assassin's Creed that was fucking made, that was better than what I knew Assassin's Creed could do in Japan. It was called Ghost of Tsushima, and I think IGN gave it like a fucking 6 and gave this game a fucking 8, even though it's just, from what I hear, pretty fucking boring, even from the people who pretend to love it, pretend to fucking sit there and just suck its dick down. This is where I have the issues, and I feel like you got a lot of people that are sitting in this defensive position waiting to lash out, and these two people right here are a prime example of it. People criticize the game because Ubisoft doubled down on their BS and got an expert who wrote Japanese fanfic to back them up, and that's, I would agree with that. I mean, Japan, like, not Japan itself agreed with it, but I've seen like some people that are like some people from Japan who have actually like taken a look at how it's just kind of a mishmash of Asian culture shoved into a game. And I think that Ubisoft would have been way better off if they just said, we're making a Japanese Assassin's Creed, we're taking a bunch of liberties, we're making the story our way. I hope you like it. That would have been way cooler than just fucking, hey, we got people that know the lore of Japan, and this is historically accurate, and you should just fucking like it. Because all I saw is Ubisoft make a bunch of fucking gay-ass claims, and then I had other people, like, they were like, no, this isn't very fucking accurate, because Yasuke wasn't that. And then everyone else jumped in, because it was like, oh, racist rhetoric online. They jumped in, when has Assassin's Creed ever been historically relevant? Which then shifted the entire narrative.
Of listening to this shit, get the fuck out. And then, of course, your typical grifters, they like to make up bullshit. You know, oh, woke leftist cowboy is...
I mean, you are having to crash out. Apparently, you are woke. Apparently, you are a leftist, and you are acting this way. So this isn't really grifters, but you can kind of see where he's taking all this. I'll even back up 5 seconds just to give you proper context on all this.
They like to make up bullshit. You know, oh, woke leftist cowboy is... I don't know, shilling for Ubisoft and blah, blah, blah.
I mean, this guy's literally proving his point, though. As much as I hate to say this, agreed. Then the agreed. Then the CEO and the criticism was racist. Yeah, and that's instantly it polarized to both sides. The media came out and ran defense, which it always fucking does for these massive Western developers. They've done it for EA with Immortals of Avion and Dragon Age of Veilguard. They did it with Assassin's Creed Shadows, which from most people that I consider more reputable, and I'm not talking about like, oh, I went to Asmongold's stream and I had this opinion. No, like I looked up, like I have like trusted sources that I go to. Like one great example that I always go to is Jay Baldino. Or Jake Palladino, the fucking Screen Rant, or not Screen Rant, fuck, yeah, it might be Screen Rant, the people who do, Before You Buy, Game Ranks, the Game Ranks guys, I love Game Ranks. I think Game Ranks is if I'm not sure about a game, if I haven't heard anything about a game, or if I'm like maybe it's better than I thought, I'll go check out a Game Ranks video, and they didn't really fucking like it. And Jake Palladino, I think, is like one of the people that I will like. He kind of feeds through the bullshit. He doesn't listen to the rhetoric. He goes in. He says, I've heard this stuff, but here's my thoughts. I like him better than almost anybody else. And I mean, even Matty Plays. I think Matty Plays kind of fucking sucks down a little bit of the chode of the AAA industry, but I still think he comes out and he gives a fairly honest opinion when it comes to stuff like this, stuff he cares about, and he really didn't mess with the game. It seemed like everybody was too scared to go too hard on the game, and then they just kind of said it was fucking boring. That it was pretty, but it was boring. It was a step in the right direction from the combat that they had in the other, like Valhalla and Origins and all this, but it's still that combat, which is just fucking Witcher combat, but worse. It's just like, the game is like a 7 out of 10, or 6 or 7 out of 10 from what I've seen, and people are acting like it's either a 10 or a fucking 0, when it's just fucking mid. And I think that there's this fucking spurging out on each other does nothing. And then also overly glazing and overly hating also just muddies the waters as well.
Because none of them actually have a point to stand on.
I mean, you are shilling for Ubisoft, and we do have points to stand on, but you're choosing to straw man the entire arguments the entire time. But again, I'm pausing way too much. Let's just let him finish out.
They're all little, you know, weak-willed men that like to hide behind avatars or made-up names.
I fucking hate when people do this. Dude. Alright, this is where Fighting Cowboy's being a little bitch. And this is where I go in on him. Oh, but his fucking cutoff and how fucking tough guy he is. Like, oh, look at these fucking angry fucking incel. It's doing that shit, dude. Now you've became what you hate. Right? You've literally became what you hate. That's what this boils down to, dog. You became exactly what you hate. Now you and this fucking neckbeard are the same. You have the same fucking neckbeard. I don't care if you fucking go to the gym more and don't look like Jabba the gut over here, or Jabba the fucking grifter. You're the same now, dog. You fucking lost it right there where you tried to show how much tougher of a guy you are because you're the fucking tough guy. It's so cringe, dude. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't try to show how much tougher you are on the internet because it doesn't fucking matter. It's not like you're actually going out and boxing these fucking guys. You're just posturing. You're peacocking. You're doing exactly what this fucking clown did that's making fun of you. This is honestly not that great at what he's doing. I mean, his videos might be better. I haven't seen anything else that he's done. But this video is definitely not clapping any cheeks. But he's over here doing the fucking soy boy beta male bullshit to you, which is posturing. And nobody fucking cares about this shit. You guys are tougher than each other. Just go fucking get a bathroom, suck each other's dicks, and move the fuck on.
And they don't actually stand on business. They don't. They probably don't stand at all. I can't imagine most of these people are active. They probably don't go to the gym. They probably don't work out. They probably just sit inside.
Dude, God damn, dude, this is so fucking bad. I was trying to be nice to him, dog. Don't go to the fucking gym, dude. I don't fucking they don't give guys blowjobs in the bathroom. They don't fucking grab a girl by the pussy and then spin her like a fucking top on her fingers. They don't do any of that shit, dude. They fucking like weak willed men, bro. God, dude. God, this is fucking cringe, dude.
All day and hide.
I mean, you play video games for a living while streaming the entire time. And this flexing thing that you're doing, yeah, it's not really tough guy. And I get it. He likes to go around acting like a tough guy.
I mean, God, this guy's cringe too, dude. I kind of did the same thing. But as soon as he said you play video games for a living, you make fun of people online for a living. You're not doing any other you're posturing as well. You guys are fucking spurting off. This is great.
All over.
This is two retards fighting. This is what we fucking live for, boys. This is fucking what we live for. I want to just like them to open up an OnlyFans where they make out, where he like fingers his folds, like Fighting Cowboy like grabs his folds like he's a fucking Elden Ring boss, and like puts his like nose in his belly button. He's like, "You're a good boy. You're a good boy." I love this shit, dog.
The place, and he likes to try to act like he's all big and tough. But let's actually handle a lot of this situation before we get too much further into this. A lot of people have actually discussed this particular game in more context than just Yasuke being in the game, and actually have given better and greater.
I swear he's done like multiple of those pop-ups, dude. I swear. Yeah, dude, he did one at the beginning. And he did another subscribe pop-up right there, dude. He fucking subscribe to my channel because I'm way more interested than these two retards fighting. Dear God, dude.
Examples throughout the entire time. You know, you have the inclusion of characters like Ibiki, who is a non-binary they-them samurai that ends up getting into a gay relationship with Yasuke, and I get it by players.
Okay, yeah, like he's gonna say he gets it's by player choice, and that's like I don't care, but I think this is again where you see the hypocrisy of Assassin's Creed Shadows, where they talk about historical accuracy, and it's there's like I'm not gonna like say that, oh, there wasn't any gay people, because there's probably gay people. They probably got like executed or something, I would imagine, at this time period. I don't want to like obviously Ubisoft isn't gonna be like, oh, you get in a gay romance and then like 8 samurai lords try to kill you. Like, that's obviously not what they're gonna do, because they don't want that much pushback. But to put like make it non-binary and put like some of this modern ideals, this is where I have the problems with the modern writing shit. Is it's like that wasn't even a thing. Why are we doing this other than posturing? Why are we doing this other than virtue signaling? There's no reason for it other than you're just trying to appeal to a certain crowd, and you don't have to do that. I don't want people to go and like be like, oh, dude, look at this big titty bitch. Like, there's one big titty bitch and then one gay dude that you could choose from that's like, we're appealing to both crowds. He's a non-binary fire dragon. She's a fucking OnlyFans model that will suck your dick for 30 minutes, and that's the game. I don't really want that either. Like, where it's like overly pandering, and that's what it feels like to me. Like, when I get into something and it's just overly pandery and it doesn't have any other purpose, so like other than to be like, oh, look on one of you guys. I remember I went to a concert when I was living in Portland, right? And it was like, it was called Boo Bomb, and it was a bunch of rappers, right? It was it was Easy, or not Easy. Easy died of AIDS. It had Too Short. It doesn't matter, all of them. But Fat Joe was one of the guys, right? And the headliner was The Game. But Fat Joe gets up on fucking stage, dog, and he starts talking about every fucking local burger joint in all of Portland. He's like, look, I'm one of you guys. And I'm like, I don't fucking care. Rap. Like, you've been talking for 30 minutes about fucking cheeseburgers, Fat Joe. You're not one of us. You're not one of the people. Get the fuck out of here, dog. Stop fucking pandering, because none of it was actually anything of merit. He's like, I ate at your cheeseburger joints. You guys got some good fucking cheeseburger. It's fucking lame, dude. I fucking hate this pandering shit. I've always hated this pandering shit. Just write good stories and people will come to your shit. That's the problem. That's what we need to focus on. Get the pandering and bullshit out of the game. Get the virtue signaling shit out of the games. You can still have politics in video games, because the idea that games aren't political or haven't had politics in the past is fucking retarded. But it's the virtue signal, it's the pandering and the writing focused around it, like the inclusion of forced characters just to add these diversity quotas, so that we pander and virtue signal and do all the things that don't add to the story, just to say we fucking did it, just to show that we're a fucking ally. That's cringe. It's like when games come out and, like, they just have a bunch of fucking right-wing bullshit shoved in. You'll see indie games that do this every once in a while. It's like, check it out, dude. We put in this right-wing shit, dude. Look how fucking cool we are. Look how fucking chud we are. And it doesn't add anything to the story. It's just pandering to the right. I hate that shit, too. Like, it doesn't add anything, so why put it in?
Choice, but that's kind of idiotic within an Assassin's Creed game. That's neither here nor there. We also end up having Ubisoft release a statement to Japanese players amidst a massive backlash to Assassin's Creed Shadows. And this mainly happened because of all the disrespect that Ubisoft was actually sending their way. A lot of the people in the West were sending their way. And their ultimate apology letter and the statement that they sent out to Japan ultimately said, shut the hell up and buy our slop game. You also ended up having things like the Torygate incident, in which Ubisoft teamed up with a particular...
So that first one was actually a little bit different than shut the hell up and buy our game. They sent out an apology. They were like, that's my bad for being fucked up. But, like, because this game is closer to Jade Empire than it is a historical look at Japan in the feudal Japan era. That's what it is. It's fucking Asian mix, or like, what is it? Like Asian fusion. It's Asian fusion, Assassin's Creed Asian fusion. It is not actually like a cutout of that era of Japan. And I think they should have just ran with it. It worked for Jade Empire. It could have worked for you guys. And by having the media run, it just makes the people that do have criticism and like, hey, yo, I don't think you're being really accurate here. It makes them, all of a sudden, they get more entrenched and angry about the shit.
Company to make a collectible, and people over in Japan were really frustrated with the fact that they decided to cutesify a broken Torygate that was broken during the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which is something very impactful and meaningful for them. And all they saw was, well, this is being cutesified and you're doing it to be all cutesy instead of actually respecting our culture or our game. You also had the fact that there was a massive controversy around plagiarism, in which a Japanese reenactment group ended up having their banner right here, as you can plainly see, actually getting plagiarized by Assassin's Creed and shoved directly into their art book, and said that it was actually theirs when it never really was. But hey, who's counting all this stuff? Oh, you also ended up having the shrine debacle from just a little bit ago. And this situation did actually reach all the way up to the Japanese government. And yes, they did have actual issues with how Assassin's Creed Shadows was depicting their shrines, and they viewed it as giving more evidence and credence to a lot of the nuisance streamers that are currently going over there to Japan and allowing them to vandalize a lot of their shrines.
Shout out Johnny Somali. Johnny Somali played Assassin's Creed. I'm just kidding. He's in fucking jail in Korea. Johnny Somali was, but like that, like I could. The fact that you had these people that were supposedly there, like, working on the culture of Japan, and then just completely just fucking shitting on it and doing whatever the fuck you want because of Western influences, that's all so bad. You can see that that's like culturally fucking insensitive, and that's like another thing that's like I think that puts more credibility to like the more the anti fucking Assassin's Creed Shadow argument, is there's a lot more to the clusterfuck of this game than just Black Samurai bad. And I think that that's where I think that there's a lot that people are overlooking and then strawmanning the argument to purposely make everybody look like this fucking guy, right? To make everybody look like sweaty fucking loser neckbeards. And it's disingenuous. It's just disingenuous, and I don't I like the fact that like the biggest win that the Assassin's Creed game had all the way up through launch was fucking shitting on Elon Musk and supporting Hazan. That was it. That was their biggest win. They ratioed Elon Musk. After the game leaked early, after pissing off Japan, after like calling yourself historically accurate, and then obviously not. I mean, they just didn't even fucking care about Japan. Like, there's a lot of things that worked against this game all the way up through launch, and it wasn't even that successful. I mean, it wasn't like the worst bomb of all time, but it has a big fucking name on it. It's like Call of Duty having a bad game. They usually come out with another game the next year, so it's not like the end of the world, but I just think that this adds more. There's just a lot to the clusterfuck of this other than Black Samurai Bad. I really think that there is, and I think that by belittling the argument, all you're doing is being disingenuous pricks. I really do think that way. I think that so much we have people that are inundated in their side, and they just want to support the right thing. They want to support the current thing, and you have both sides spurting the fuck out and being fucking dipshits about it without actually having an understanding of why people might have this perspective. And then those people get so entrenched that anybody that disagrees with them, they spurg out on.
So yes, this was a massive issue, but hey, I guess ignore all of this. Oh, we also ended up having the whole watermelons with cherry blossoms that don't actually happen and are completely.
This is fucking retarded. This is fucking was such a fucking retard. This is where people yeah, like, I actually agree with this. You don't actually care about Assassin's Creed watermelons. Yeah, this was just fucking nitpicking. This is nitpicking at this part. This is the part people like him where they just wanted everything wrong with the game they could find, and they hunted down and found every bullshit they could possibly find. This adds nothing to the discussion. This is fucking retarded. This is like console fanboy type shit.
Different seasons over in Japan, but hey,
and why I say console fanboys is it was literally like the people like the PlayStation fanboys that were mad that the fruit didn't break the right way in Halo Infinite. It's just fucking gay, cringe, retarded behavior.
It's just because of a black guy, guys. It's not just because of like textures. It's not because of graphics. It's not because of glitches. It's not because of culture.
By the way, the graphics I hear were actually pretty good in this game. I know there are some performance issues. There are some graphical issues. The game's not perfect, but I hear that the game is actually very pretty.
Things. It's not because of the setting. It's not because of any of this stuff, guys. It's just because of a black man. Well, we don't really need to see much more of him because he decided to keep doubling down on a lot of his takes. Catching up on mentions and the facts over feelings crew sure seemed to get quite heated over being blocked, LMAO. You'd think I ghosted these idiots on a dating app the way they're crying for attention. Yeah, this dude's going around.
Well, I mean, and this is where he's kind of becoming a little bitch about it too. I mean, he is acting like a little child. This is my problem with a lot of these fucking overinflated egomaniacs that you see, like the Fighting Cowboy and these, like, he's not the only one that does this type of shit. Like, it's not just, oh, fucking angry leftists blocking everybody. Yeah, right-wing guys do it all the time too. I don't like when they go on these blocking sprees. They call everybody grifters. Everybody's this. Everybody's that. You act like you're the fucking, like, look how much I'm owning the chuds by blocking them. And then, because all they're going to do is say, like, look how much of a bitch he's being by running away. It's unproductive, and you're feeding into it by being a little douchebag about it. I mean, he's obviously spurging out and being a little fucking, look how tough I am guy. A lot of these fucking workout bros end up being like this. I fucking hate these tough guy workout bro mentalities where, look how fucking tough and cool and based I am by fucking, oh dude, I blocked all of them because they're all fucking grifters and they're fucking cringe. And it's like, you could have taken a little bit of time and, like, looked into it, understood the argument, but you're too much of a fucking meathead to do that, and that's all you're proving by this. That's literally all. And I was, like, very generous on him early on in this. I think I've given him a lot of credit. I think that his argument about you coming in and hunting down his stream because you fucking hate Assassin's Creed Shadows. You're a pussy bitch if you're doing that. Even if like you like his content, but you don't like his opinions on this game, don't watch that fucking content about that game. It's that fucking simple. It really is, and I will agree with him on that. Don't be a little fucking, like, chode nugget and fucking suck dildos down and spit them onto your car or your keyboard so that you can fucking spurg out on a dude just for playing a game. He's a YouTuber that plays open world games and, like, big games. Why the fuck wouldn't he play this game? In what world where that's his fucking genre, where would he not play that game? Now, I don't know all of his Twitter discourse. I haven't I don't think I follow him on Twitter. So I don't know if he fucking was soy jacking for this fucking game every 2 minutes, right? Like the fucking, like this guy would say. I don't know if he was fucking out there just like slow stroking every second until he could own the chuds by buying Assassin's Creed Shadows, but like for the most part, I agree with the sentiment that like, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna keep playing the game. If you don't like it, then leave. But I also don't think that like you telling other people that they're that having any opinion is boiled down to racism, I think is so intellectually dishonest. And it shows just this I'm fucking smarter and better than you without doing any actual effort to be smarter or better. You know, I might be getting lost on the sauce and swimming around in a field of cum, but I think that I'm spitting some fucking facts here.
Proud of the fact that he's basically blocking a lot of individuals, flexing on them, saying, I'm blocking you guys. I'm not even listening to you guys. I'm just blocking you guys and walking away, because why ever actually engage in a good discussion? Why ever actually engage?
Well, and to be fair, I'm betting money a lot of the people that were going after him were not there to have a good discussion. Let's be honest. They were clowning on him. They were trying to own the libtard. I mean, like, there's really not going to be any good discussion there. You haven't really presented me with any examples of him, like spurging out and, banning people or, like, blocking people who just had some sort of criticism of him. Like, for example, I think I've been blocked by a couple people on Twitter. One example was, Reforged Gaming blocked me because I called him a fanboy. I said like he made a bad argument. I said that's a stupid fucking argument. You're a fanboy or something like that. It was a long time ago. And I also said that like fanboys, like I like made a couple tweets. It was like a few things because he was going on a Spurg Fest, and I made a tweet that said console fanboys like Reforged Gaming and Colt Eastwood are the problem with gaming, and they both blocked me. Like, that's like, yes, I'm insulting. Yes, I'm being kind of a dick on that, but not really. Not really. There's no internal look at, like, maybe I'm turning into a little fucking piece of shit that is looking through everything out of bias and refusing to give any credibility or any actual, like, thought process behind maybe, oh, well, what's the thought behind this game? Or maybe this game is good, like, I'll give it a try. No, it's from the other guys. The other guys are the bad guys. They're the disgusting fucking sludge cum monsters. They're the people that likes just fucking like getting a jar and filling it up with period blood and then using it as a soft drink later in the day with adding some fucking, I don't know, bubbly water to it so it's a fizzy fucking period juice. They just have nothing. They refuse to look at the other side, and I have the same problem with these fucking left-wing and right-wing grifters in gaming. They refuse to have any understanding and then try to break it down as like, listen, this is more than just Yasuke. There's a lot of other reasons. These are the reasons. I don't understand why they went with this idea that they're going back to their roots, because they obviously weren't going back to the roots of Assassin's Creed. It's just fucking Valhalla again. They went and tried. They were like, oh, look, we're going back to our roots for Mirage, but the next game's gonna be even more back to our roots, and we're going to Japan. This is gonna be the big thing. And then it's just fucking Valhalla in Japan. And I think that there was a lot of disingenuous rhetoric before this game that I saw a lot of people that were like super mad at the rhetoric prior to fucking Starfield coming out, that were defending this game just to own the chuds. but they were okay with shitting on Starfield because Starfield didn't really like promises made, promises kept wasn't there. But it was okay with Starfield because it wasn't really like we're not really owning the chuds there. There was a little bit of the pronoun bullshit, but it wasn't like a big takedown. Everybody was like pretty anti Bethesda sentiment going into that game, and you then have another point where it was like a game that where I saw a lot of people who were criticizing Dragon's Dogma for their microtransactions are willing to overlook it with this game to own the chuds, which is super disingenuous, and it's just fucking really bad fucking low IQ behavior. And it's also the people like him that like refuse to take, like, he already talked about the graphics being bad, and you obviously can tell he didn't play the game, because from what I heard, it's not the worst game ever. It's just okay. It's just fine. It's just another fucking Ubisoft game to come out. It did nothing special. It just exists, and it pandered a lot. That's all it did. It's not as egregious as Dragon Age the Veilguard or Immortals of Avium or whatever that fucking game is called. It's not like those. It just kind of fucking exists. And they did a couple virtue signaling things to get points on Twitter.
With any sort of criticism, why actually ever engage with anything about this particular game and what you actually said. I mean, you like to go around acting like a big old tough guy. I mean, well, look at this. Oh, yeah, big old tough guy. Yeah, but you're dunking on the fact that you're just blocking everybody. You're just refusing to engage with them. You're just calling them all grifters. You're just saying that all the issues right now that we're facing is because of grifters, and it's not because of Ubisoft or anything like that. And I just want to reiterate this whole thing of him acting like a big old tough guy and not wanting to engage with anybody on any meaningful notion. Here's Epic Mike. Yeah, Epic Mike actually tweeted this out just the other day, just learning about Fighting Cowboy stuff, and I noticed he blocked me despite never interacting. If you really stand by your convictions, mass blocking people ain't the way. Guess the only thing this cowboy was fighting was hiding his cowardice. Enjoy your boba. Yeah, why are you blocking people you've never interacted with? Why are you blocking people who have never added you, never interacted with you, never done anything to you? Why are you blocking this? Oh, that's because you are a coward. You're not some big old tough guy. You're a coward. You're scared. That's why you're straw manning all the arguments. That's why instead of engaging with a lot of our arguments and our discussions and, acknowledging all the issues we've actually been pointing out now for months on months, actually going on about a year, you would rather go around and block everybody. But hey, we're going to come back over here to this clip real quick because he continued to double down on his positions. But we'll check out Kyle Moose right here. Yes, and I would respect him if he didn't block everyone he was talking to when they tried to have civil discussions with him. I know Endymion, or however you say his name, said he tried to have a basic discussion and was blocked right away after showing proof how he said you were wrong. A real person.
Okay, come on, like Endymon is like straight up like one of the most fucking anti-woke, or not like anti-woke people out there. He's never going to have a fucking like full rational discussion. He is so he's like so ideology. He's so entrenched in his ideology that he refuses to like give it any sort of credence. He does a better job with his editing and his presentation with some of his opinions than, let's say, like Andy Pants Gaming or this guy we're watching right now. But he's still a pretty fucking I'm fucking a gamer gay guy, and that's my identity. He really doesn't have anything else than that. He is just your fucking typical I am on this side and I'm not leaving this side and I refuse to have any other outlook. That's kind of where he is. That's every one of his videos. It's like, oh, how the woke is ruining the industry. Oh, this game's gay. Everything about his channel is that. So, and everything about his Twitter is that. Now, I don't think that that's bad per se, but I do see that, like, if I saw his name and I was getting called out by, like, this crew, I wouldn't be like, oh, he's going to have the rational discussion with me. The problem is you have, like, the entrenched people, like I said a million times already. It's just entrenched, and, like, him being the fucking I'm the tough guy thing is, like, this makes sense for that tough guy thing. They're, oh, dude, fuck these guys. Dude, I'm going to block them all. I'm better than them. And that's fine. I mean, it's his fucking feed. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. If he wants to live in an echo chamber, that's fine. Like, it's just gonna make him. It just makes him look just as bad as all the people he hates. It just makes him look like a hypocrite.
Would refute what they claim. Kind of weak, but you do you, man. And he had to, respond. No, he didn't try to have a conversation at all. He could have.
I hate the way he's reading this because he's acting like he's spreading out. I'm gonna read it in a normal voice real quick. No, he didn't try to have a conversation at all. He could have reached out via DMs or Discord or anything else. But like most people, his first instinct was to make the video about the drama and then pretend to want to talk afterwards. And that's fair. That's a fair reaction, but I still think the blocking spray still makes you look like a little pussy. Fair enough. I think that's fair enough. And to spur out the way he did and to strawman the argument when there's a lot more going on, I mean, it's going to bring this shit on him. And that's the problem, is they think they get in these echo chambers, and this happens to people in the like fucking grifter circles. It happened with Indiana Jones. The game came out and I was like, oh shit, it's fucking good. You all look like assholes. You all look like assholes for hating a game before it came out. And that's why I usually don't hate on a game before it came out. I'll make comments about, like, maybe the devs did something that was stupid. As I said before Avowed came out, the devs were, I was like, that one fucking art designer was mad cringe, but that's not really going to affect my opinion on the game until I play it myself. I won't be saying, like, this game's fucking cooked or whatever. I do think that they should not have said that. I think that's a more, like, rational, and I'm not blowing it out of the water, turning it into this massive ordeal. But like then there's also these other people that live in this little circle jerk that they only hear that everyone that doesn't like this game is a racist, so they just already are entrenched, and then they see people talking about it and they're the villains, they're the good guys, and the other side sees these guys are the villains, them the good guys, when in reality you're all a bunch of retards.
Have reached out via DMs or Discord or anything else, but like most of these people, his first instinct was to make a video about the drama and then pretend to want to talk afterwards. Can he not make a video? Is he not allowed to make a video? Is he not allowed to do any of that
Dude,
stuff?
I like how he's fucking valuing. Is he not allowed to make a video? Is he not allowed to make content on YouTube? That's like totally what we're allowed to do. I think it's just I'm really kind of not liking this guy. I don't like his vibe, and that sounded fucking gay as shit. Jesus, I don't really like what he's putting down. He's coming in with just like so much hostility and so much anger. Like this is his arch enemy, and he's gonna bring it down. It's like me whenever I make a video on Hassan. It's just like, this is my ultimate enemy. I gotta take him down. I really don't want to, like, my goal always with Hassan is never like, oh, I'm gonna take him down. It's just to point out that he's radicalizing people. And I think that almost everyone, I've said this 87 times throughout this video, everyone should do their own due diligence. They should look at both sides. Not the people on the other side of the aisle are not your enemy. They're not your enemy. They have ideological differences, but there should be a place in the middle where we can both meet, especially when it comes to terms of product. And I think that by companies just preferring one over the other, it's just gonna, and then the media defending one over the other, that's just entrenching half of the audience to not want to buy the game. And eventually it will cut back, and we will get games that stop fucking hyper focusing on this shit. And that's like, there is a conversation to be had about, like, is it fair to people that don't want to see this to have it forced on them when it does nothing for the story? That is a fair conversation, and I will always stand by that. I think that people can talk about that. But you see a developer who's gay, and you're like, oh, this game's gonna fucking be woke. It's gonna suck because that guy's gay as fuck. Look how fucking gay that guy is. He's a fucking little gay boy. So obviously the game's gonna be a gay boy game. Like, that shit, I have no time for it.
Tough. No, not according to Fighting Cowboy. You're just supposed to immediately try to reach out and talk to him via DMs or Discord. You can't talk about the situation. You can't try to explain it in a video. No, you immediately...
I mean, but to show he's proving what this guy said kind of wrong, and this is where Eddymon will take. He does this all the time. He takes and makes himself the victim, and it's this victimhood mentality, and I fucking hate this victimhood mentality. It's like, oh, look, he fucking blocked me. I know why the people blocked me. It's because I fucking called them out. They didn't like that I called them out, and they blocked me. There's no victim about it. I thought it was funny. It's over. Moving on. Like, it just shows, like, I think when you're fucking out here blocking people, I think it makes you look weak and kind of like a pussy. Unless they're fucking every day, like, in your every comment, just, like, telling you to, like, kill yourself or something. Like, that's different. Or if they're in your DMs telling you how they're gonna, like, fucking sneak to your house and kill you, obviously block that individual or spam, right? There's, like, rational reasons to block somebody, but blocking somebody for a difference of opinion, I think, is just kind of weak. I'm gonna stand on that. But it is showing this is showing the bullshit behind Eddymon kind of saying, like, oh, I tried to reach out to him and he just blocked me or something. Like, that's like him playing the victim, him playing that he was like, oh, I was innocent the whole time, guys. I didn't do anything wrong, when he's out there making like a few videos on this motherfucker and then expecting to then have the rational discussion instead of just being like, hey, would you be interested in coming on I would like to have this conversation with you. I would like to kind of relay some of the points that we have I have come across on why I don't want to support this game, and then you can maybe rebuttal and kind of break down your arguments that aren't just because there's a black samurai. I think there needs to be more of that and less of this guy's a racist, this guy's a moron, or what, or this guy's a libtard or whatever, or what, or woke, or whatever the buzzword of the week is.
Immediately just have to reach out to him behind the scenes and have a discussion just for the Fighting Cowboy to basically do the exact same thing. So I chimed in and I pointed out this bringing up the Epic Mike thing. And what did he have to say to this? Because this is going to get a whole lot better, guys. I forgot Twitter is the only way to exist to reach someone. It's not like my channel, Discord, or email are publicly available. I block idiots on Twitter all the time. If any of them wanted a genuine conversation, they would have reached out for it, the same as Asmin and Trace, who I don't really care. You see, here's the thing. They only bring up people.
See, I mean, it looks like these guys reached out to him, and that's respectable. I think more people need to, like, okay, so I'm gonna have, like, it's like, I want to have a discourse with this guy. I want to, like, there's this drama, so let's like actually reach out to him and see what his opinion is on it. See if he wants to come talk about it. See if he wants to actually have some sort of his own opinion on like what his position is, where we're coming down and having like what's the actual like breakdown. What's your opinions? What's my opinions? Is this getting blown out of proportion? You know what I mean? There's so many different ways to go about this than just I'm gonna make a bunch of videos. I'm then gonna fucking call him out on Twitter and try to then pretend like I'm the rational ones and he's unhinged. There's so many better ways to go about it. Yeah, there's like a million discords that people have. Everybody's got public discords anymore for their channel. I mean, mine's always an unhinged fucking hellscape, but it's because I don't really do great on moderation. I have like one rule: no NSFW stuff, and that means that people are fucking assholes all the time. But like, I don't really care. At the end of the day, it's just another thing that exists in my life. But there's a million ways to reach out to these people, and instead of just fucking like reaching out, you decide to like blow them up on Twitter. That's the wrong way to go about it. I just think that you could reach out, say, hey, can we have a conversation about this? I'm a content creator, you're a content creator. I would like to get your opinion of what happened, your thoughts. I want to also think, and maybe you want to have like a more rational discourse. It's just so many easy ways instead of fucking diving into the sewage system and throwing shit at each other.
People like Asmongold or whoever this Atreus guy is, because that's their way to kind of flex on you. See, the big guys come over to talk to me. They try to DM me. They go through Discord. They go through my email address. Why are you guys? Well, I mean, we come over here, dude. Epic Mike wasn't even trying to engage with you. He was just trying to look up on you and try to figure out what the heck the situation was. And that's when he found out that you blocked him. Why would he ever have any interest or inkling to actually go and discuss stuff with you at all on Discord or email when you blocked him without ever engaging with him in the first place? Honestly, seems kind of racist. I mean, Epic Mike's a big black man, but hey, this is what...
All right, I was going to message him on Twitter, and This is something I hate, right? This is something I hate, and this is something I'm going to definitely not read the whole thing. It was never about races. That's disingenuous. What's disingenuous is all these grifting fucks leaving the context of the rant out of their drama farming videos and trying to downplay the issue. Weird how none of them wanted to include the specific context behind the rant. So this is the specific context, and this is what I hate about this whole thing. One, you play as a... in Japan, gameplay is ass. Comment section is filled with a bunch of men who love sucking on dick. All of you, a bunch of fucking clowns. You are exactly what's wrong with the gaming community. You allow and accept this pathetic woke garbage, and in return, Ubisoft actually listens to you. Hey, Cowboy, just because Ubisoft gave you early access doesn't mean you have to suck their dick. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. This is fucking pathetic. This is not cool. Now, I am going from the fact that I've always, from the beginning, wasn't going to play this game because I don't like where Assassin's Creed's at, right? It's not for me anymore. Yeah, I tried Assassin's Creed Odyssey, fucking hated that game. And when I found out every game after that was like that, I said, fuck no, dude, I'm not playing any of this bullshit. This is a lot. This is a lot. And if I saw this, I would be like, bro, what the fuck are you doing in my chat? I would have fucking got mad too. Like, that's fucking like actual context. And I think he should have put this, he should have done what Asmongold did and put this up on screen. He should have pulled his chat up on screen, scrolled up to it, said, this is unacceptable. I do not want this in my chat. Now, if you have problems with the game or Ubisoft lying about historical accuracy, lying about how they're going to their roots, lying about all this other stuff, that is okay. Like, I understand that. Being racist just to be racist, not cool, dog. Not cool. Like, this is like fucking disgusting. I'm not even supporting the game. I called the racist bullshit, told people to move on. If that's their problem with the game, show me a single timestamp where I have said you should buy Assassin's Creed and support the devs. Like, see, this is fair. Like, that's a fair criticism. Like, I think people are putting it like this, like, I went to, like, go, and this is, like, where you could show a little bit of context here. And you might be mad because I put that up on screen and I read that. I didn't read the bad parts, but I did have it up on screen. But you might get mad that I showed that. But I think this is important context that is being missed because people are playing Culture Wars. Like, it's just, since my socials are getting flooded, let's just stretch the crash out. He talks about it. I mean, this is actual context. This is fair. I mean, him acting like a tough boy and pretending I don't think he helped himself in any regard by a lot of his statements being made. He had a lot of clippable moments that makes him look like a little fucking, like, just as fucking annoying as all these people making fun of him. And I think if he would have came out and just said, I want to discuss the crash out. Here's this. It could have been a 3-minute video. This was the comment I got that had me spurred out. That was it. I don't like hate. I don't like hateful rhetoric like this. I do understand, and I took some time to look at some of the arguments against this game that weren't this, and I want to say that there is some crucial issues with this game that I don't like, that I understand from this perspective, but I don't want to engage with this. And end of video. That would have been the right way to go about it. And that's not me saying that he hasn't had crash outs before, because he has. He had a whole crash out when, like, with other games. I've seen him be kind of fucking against people before. I don't know all the shit and all the fucking, the clits and dicks about every situation with this guy throughout his entire time period. But I do think that context right there makes it look a lot better, and it shows that he didn't do a little bit of research before this. And, like, this is, like, he's going to go back to the flexing thing, and I don't need to watch the rest of this. I really don't. And I think that by making him the enemy and not actually breaking this down, like, it was in the fucking thumbnail. That's also why. It was like, Soy Boy crashes out. Like, and I just don't see this as the same thing. You're just trying to belittle him and Peacock while he's belittling, like, people that you think you're a part of and peacocking. But when in reality, what this all started over was somebody you don't want to be associated with. People that are unhinged. The fucking super spurg retards that turn the ones that the media, the articles are actually writing the article about. You're getting lumped in with these fucking people like that chat. You're getting lumped in with that fucking chat. And that's the problem. That's the problem. I do think that Cowboy could have handled it 100% better. I think he looked like a fucking, like, I'm an over tough, you're an incel bullshit. Like, you've never touched grass. I've touched grass. Look, I lift weights. Look how fucking cool I am. He did a lot of that type of shit, which does nothing because you're fucking playing video games all day on the internet. Hey, I'm reacting to shit on the internet. We're the same, dude. We're the fucking same. So when you go out and act like you're better when you're not, it's the same. We're doing the same thing. That makes everybody in the situation look like dipshits, right? And this guy did the exact same thing toward him by, like, making, oh, well, you just play games on the internet. Like, it's like, you're the same because you're just talking about him playing games. It's the same shit. It's a bunch of posturing. But nobody actually got down to the actual arguments. He kind of got to them, and I will give this guy credit for, like, voicing his problems with the game. It's just, it's just you're doing all this research for your side, but not actually looking and doing the research to understand his side, and that's where the problem lays. And I think that's enough on that. I think I fucking dived into the nuts and butts of that enough. But thank you guys so much. Like and subscribe, and yeah.